Hey friends, I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know about the amazing weekend that I had in New York at the Bozoma Saint John Badass Workshop. I decided to attend this workshop a couple of days before I actually found out about it. A very special friend, told me about this, and I immediately got my ticket because I have been looking up to Bozoma Saint John for the entirety of my career. Bozoma Saint John is a badass when it comes to tech. She has worked at Netflix, Apple, Uber, like you name it. Like she is a name in tech as far as like marketing. So I took this bus to New York, 5 a.m. I hopped on a bus, arrived at New York, took an Uber to the venue. The venue was beautiful. It had all of these different interactive art pictures on the inside. They had this staircase that had beautiful, colorful flowers all over it. The women that were there also attending were dressed to impress. Honey, when I tell you the outfits were outfitting, like everybody, the makeup, like it just was a room full of badass women. So I'm there, I'm networking, I'm meeting people, I'm conversing with all of these different women that have these different backgrounds, and I meet this one particular woman in line as I'm waiting to take a picture. Her name was Annalise, and we conversed and we talked about how excited we were to hear Bozoma speak and how, she was such a powerhouse. And we also decided to sit next to each other. And so the workshop starts. Bozoma comes out and she's just fabulous. As always, you can't expect anything less from Bozoma Saint John when it comes to like showing up and showing out. I was so happy to see her. The messaging was on point for where I am right now in my life and where I want to take my career and how I want to show up as this badass Brittany for 2025 and beyond. I have been, reinventing myself since the layoffs, figuring out, sitting down and figuring out where I want to take my career and what's next for me. And so the messaging behind this workshop really resonated with me. I'm not going to say too much because she has one more show left, and I don't want to spoil it for any future attendees. But if you're in Atlanta, please get your ticket. This was a very, very impactful workshop, and I highly recommend it to women, specifically women of color, specifically Black women. This would be a life-changing workshop for you to attend. She drops gems, she pulls at your heartstring, and she really challenges you to dig deep within yourself and to show up as who you should be. Anyway, back to the juice of what happened. So I'm sitting next to Annalise, and we're listening, we're clapping. I think Annalise shedded a tear or two. I didn't let it come down because I had makeup done, but I held them in. And it comes down to the closing, and they hand out 5 pink bracelets. Those 5 pink bracelets got to ask a question. Annalise was chosen to ask a question. However, she said that she couldn't think of a question and she was kind of nervous. So she passed her question over to me. I was shaking with nervousness. Like I was so nervous, but I knew that today had to be the day. And when would I ever get a shot to ask Bozoma Saint John a question? So I mustered up the courage and decided, why not shoot my shot? I've been admiring this woman for a very long time. I follow her on social media. This is my chance. So in front of the whole workshop, I decided to ask Bozoma if she would be interested in being my mentor, and she said yes. She actually said that I'm going to do you one better. I want to be your friend. And for me to give my information to her assistant, when I tell you I could have fainted, I was so happy. Everyone clapped. Everyone was coming up to me and telling me congratulations. Like, they said that this was my blooming season. This was, this workshop was meant for me. Like, it was just, I was just poured into by all of these women who had just met me. So after that, I'm still trying to catch my breath and just actually sit in what actually just happened. And so another woman walks up to me, and she had my New York Times article pulled up from 2018. And she asked me, she's like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that was written about me in 2018. And she said, "Well, I'm a journalist for Forbes, and I wanted to know, would you be interested in interviewing with me?" What? I said yes. And so I'm actually scheduling that interview as well. And just the day, like as the day progressed, people just started pouring into me, and it was just the best day. And so like I said, I met a bunch of different entrepreneurs and businesswomen and women in corporate that are doing their thing, and like the networking was amazing. And this was just a day filled with positivity and, good vibes from other women. And so I said all that to say, like, if you are in the Atlanta area, this will be her last workshop. Make sure you get your ticket and get VIP, because you actually get a picture and a signed copy of her book. And it was just like the best experience. And I'm so excited to see where this friendship takes me, this mentorship, to learn from her, and just to spread positivity and pay whatever knowledge and, blessings I get from this forward. Like, that's what it's all about. It's about paying it forward. And I'm so grateful to my new friend Annalise for paying her opportunity forward to me. Like, she didn't know me. She just met me, and she was like, I have this opportunity. I'm nervous, so let me pass it to someone else. And it was life-changing for me. And so I'm excited for you guys to follow my journey. This is just the beginning, and let's go. Bye, friends.